Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5 as we try to solve the Chiliad mystery. I'm RJ. In this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about the mural map overlays. Of course, you have the Chiliad mystery mural right below us. We'll go check that out. A lot of people believe that you have to take that mural and overlay it to the San Andreas map. Alright, barely survived that one. So we'll check that out, guys. I think we do have some proof that that is exactly what we have to do. To be honest with you guys, I never really thought that you had to take the mural and put it over the map. It always seemed to just be separate steps on its own. But now we have evidence to show you that, at least in some capacity, Rockstar is representing the mural itself right here around Mount Chiliad. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's been part of the Chiliad mystery since day one, and really even those of you who've been part of it for a long time. There's a lot of people in the community. I know you guys have been around for so long, and the Chiliad mystery has went through different stages. There's been different discoveries, and right now there's just so much going on. It's almost like a clusterfuck of information at this point. So I really appreciate you guys being part of it, of course, helping me out. And more importantly, just being part of it going forward, because not only do we have the Chiliad mystery to solve, but there's going to be so many other games to tackle together, like Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's even some other ones coming out this year that I will run by you guys, so stay tuned here at the channel. Thanks again for all of you guys for being huge parts of Trippy Commentaries and the Grand Theft Auto 5 community. So let's take a look at the mural here, guys. You know, of course, you do have the UFO at the top, and I've said it before, all the different glyphs found around Mount Chiliad, which are not easy to find, they are shown off by the symbols here on the mural. If you actually look at the X's, they do link up to the glyphs exactly on the mountain as far as the location. So I'll put a link in the description if you guys aren't exactly aware of each glyph. I mean, they kind of evolve as they go up towards the peak and show you that you do need rain to make the holographic UFO appear. The only thing the mural really does not specify is the time needed, which is 3 a.m., but then again, you do need the glyphs to tell you that, as they are showing you it does have to rain at 3 a.m. But if you take the mural itself, guys, and you put it on the map, some people have thought that you take the UFO, possibly put it on the biggest obelisk in the game, which is the Maze Bank, and that seems to add up over here in Los Santos, possibly linking up to the observatory. But once again, I've not been a huge believer of that, guys. But there is proof that the mural lines up to the top of the mountain. I do want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Danny Coldblood. I'll put a link in the description as well to the video where he explains this in his own zany way. But basically, guys, you have the UFO linking up to the UFO itself in that platform, right? That says, "Come back when your story is complete." So imagine the three different symbols on the mural here, guys. You have the UFO, the cracked egg, and the jetpack symbol. Well, we do have a UFO and a jetpack in this general vicinity that does line up with the UFO on top of Mount Chiliad, right? You have the jetpack symbol, which is right here, guys. This is the Ultras camp, not too far away from the top of the mountain, as this is still considered Mount Chiliad. You have the jetpack right here, therefore making two different jetpack symbols on Mount Chiliad. Now the UFO, guys, is right over here. Notice how that makes a pretty good line to the UFO. You see that? And the underwater UFO right here is the same exact one that flies above the mountain and, of course, over at the alien hippie camp. Granted, it's a little bit older and it's decayed because it's been underwater, but the fact that you have the same UFO underwater on top of the mountain, not only do you have two jetpack symbols on Mount Chiliad, but that means you have two different UFO symbols as well, with one being an actual physical UFO. Now the cracked egg, guys, that links up between the UFO and the Ultras camp. That tells you it is right here in Paleto Bay. And considering you have the Paleto Bay chicken factory, people have thought before, like, hey, it could be that the cracked egg is representing the chicken factory. As kind of crazy as that sounds, almost sort of stupid. Well, we do have evidence, guys. I'm going to meet you down in Paleto Bay to see the cracked egg. So if this layout is on point, then the cracked egg would be the Cluckin Bell statue. I will tell you guys that all the other bells in the area do have cracks on them, but this one does not appear to have one. If it did have a crack on it, then I would say definitely this is representing the cracked egg from the mural. Maybe the cracked egg is inside the bell. There is a year on the bell that maybe references the Liberty Bell, and of course you guys know that the Liberty Bell has a crack in it. The year 1917 is at least close to 1915, where the Liberty Bell was taken around America on a train, and they would hit it with like wooden planks or something like that to make a sound effect. Maybe you can create a sound effect on one of these bells. I've certainly tried to do that, but we definitely have to take a look at the other bells, guys, because although this one does not have a crack on it, the other ones do. Right across the street, there is a Cluckin Bell mural, and this one, of course the same exact thing as the statue, definitely has a crack there on the left side. It even has the same zigzag pattern as the one found on the egg from the mural. Here's the chicken. No cone on this one's head though. By the way, guys, there was a cone found on a statue in Grand Theft Auto 4. But once again, guys, you know, considering you have a giant chicken statue on the bell, why would they make that the cracked egg? There's got to be something more to it. Of course, I also have to mention that in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, there was a cracked egg, a hidden Easter egg that was inside of a building. You had to jump through an invisible wall, or like a holographic wall or whatever. So just keep that in mind. There is a history of cracked eggs here in Grand Theft Auto. It's not just on the mural itself. And we know that there's definitely a history of UFOs and jetpacks in Grand Theft Auto as well. So if you look at this egg, guys, or this bell, I should say, it is inside an egg. You see that? And I think that's the biggest evidence that we have that the cracked egg is indeed the bell. I mean, take a look at it. You could even see perhaps an egg inside the bell. Maybe this is telling us that the cracked egg is inside the Cluckin Bell statue. How the hell do we get to it, or how do we even prove that? Who knows, but the fact that you do have the crack on every other bell showing you that the Cluckin Bell does indeed have a crack in it. And then of course this one is even inside of a giant egg, guys. I think that is the proof that the mural does indeed overlay to Paleto Bay. You have the jetpack, the UFO, and smack dab in the middle is the Cluckin Bell statue. So I guess if you ask me, the Cluckin Bell statue is the cracked egg in some capacity, guys. Definitely let me know what you think. I will tell you that when it comes to these overlays, this is the only one that I truly believe actually is represented by the Chiliad mystery mural. But what do we do from here? Say it is indeed the cracked egg here, guys. As we've talked about Paleto Bay representing a cracked egg before, there's plenty of eggs here. So what do we do next, guys? Let me know if you have any thoughts or theories, because as I talked about before, how it's almost a clusterfuck of information here in GTA 5 in the Chiliad mystery. It's almost hard to know what we can actually do. You know, you solve something, you figure it out, and realize, hey, Rockstar is definitely representing this, you know, the cracked egg here at Paleto Bay. But it almost seems like a dead end. You solve something, but what can you do with it? I think that it all lead to the real cracked egg, possibly even the jetpack, guys. But it's not going to be the easiest mystery in the world to solve, that's for damn sure. So I mentioned that there's 2 UFOs, 2 jetpack symbols. I also think that there's 2 cracked egg symbols. Not only do you have the one on the mural, and of course the ones down there at Paleto Bay, but I think that the old man's crack, this trail that leads to a dead end, also creates the same zigzag form from the cracked egg symbol, almost showing you that Mount Chiliad is an uncracked egg in itself. Thanks again for joining up for the episode, guys. I have a huge live stream planned, and we do have an online takeover that you guys can be part of on both consoles. I'll give you guys updates on Twitter at TrippyComs. Please subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification button so you don't miss our upcoming GTA 5 live streams. But more importantly, guys, as always, make sure to stay motherfucking trippy, my friends.